All right, we gonna get straight into it. I ain't about to do that name stuff and all that, man, because you know it's Tate or whatever. So this Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight was some. Should I use some bad grammar? Cause I'm about to get in my bag.
It's not monetized anyway.
Yeah, it ain't. It was some like bull crap. Cause I want people to hear this, right? So it was some bull crap. I'm not gonna. It's some bull crap. When we watched the fight, cause me and my wife watched it, you know, cause we was definitely rooting for Wilder.
Hell yeah.
You know so we was definitely rooting for Wilder, and the fight started off pretty good. It was decent. I was giving, you know, the fat Englishman some, whatever he is. What is he?
I don't know.
He's from, I think, I don't know. He's Britain, I think. I don't know.
He's a British man. He's from Britain.
Yeah, whatever he is. I think he's from Britain or whatever. He was fat. I was giving the fat man some credit.
He looked like Shrek.
He do look like Shrek. Like, it's bad time. So, and I want to say this too. Wilder, just a champion, a warrior, a fighter, but your health. I'm worried about the health. We're going to get into what I was talking about, but I'm just worried about your health because what I seen was just not normal in boxing. It's not supposed to happen. So, fight going pretty good. And then he decides to hit him in the back of the head. And everybody act as if they didn't see it. It's like when black people used to get lynched and everybody act like they don't know what happened, and even the police didn't care. And even when black people get shot today, they act like they didn't see what just happened, and they try to ignore it and keep going as if it was like justice or something. So he get hit in the back of the head.
In the mastoid.
Yeah, you heard that. And you can see his ears bleeding, right? So that is my concern. That's, you know, so definitely get some medical attention. And we've seen boxers get hit in the back of the head and get brain damage. Those are illegal punches. It's not legal. That's not a legal punch at all. And the fight should have been a discontinued fight or disqualification, whatever, when they start seeing the blood. There was no cut or nothing. It was blood coming out the back of his ear, so that was worrisome for me. But he's a warrior just like myself. He's a lion. All of us black people are lions and tigers, and that's what we do. Like he said, he wanted to go out on the shield when they stopped the fight. But he hit him in the back of the head, and he continuously kept putting him in chokeholds and using his weight to weigh him down. That you're not supposed to do that. You know, that's not fighting. You idiots said that he was a great fighter. Great fighters don't use their weight in that fashion. Now, when he was coming towards him, and you know he was backing Deontay Wilder up a little bit, you do that. You use your weight to back him up. You bump him. You do certain stuff. But to keep putting him in chokeholds and holding him down, he did it about, at least I counted 15 times. And then he punched him in the back of the head. He was punching him in the back of the head multiple times. He kept hitting him here. He was throwing headbutts. He threw one, and Wilder, he kind of threw one or whatever, but he was throwing headbutts. He was fighting dirty. Now, every time a black fighter fights dirty, they call him out. You know, they said Tyson was fighting dirty. They said Floyd was fighting dirty against some of his, you know, competitors or, you know, the opposition. They said, it's a lot of fighters that they said was fighting dirty. Zab Judah was fighting dirty. Now, when he fights dirty, we act like we don't see it, right? He said he was going to go in there and knock him out in the third round or some stupid crap like that. He didn't live. He didn't do it. And then he just fought dirty the whole time. He got some clean shots, you know, some body shots that was thrown that was pretty good. He got some little jabs in, but he didn't fight. He didn't fight a fair fight. He didn't fight. He didn't fight. He didn't put up the fight that he promised y'all. Deontay Wilder put up the fight that he promised y'all. He should have just knocked him clean out like he was supposed to. He shouldn't have tried to box with him and show people he's a skillful fighter. We know you're a skillful fighter. You should have just knocked him clean out. But that was just a dirty fight, and there's no excuses being made. I heard, all the two boxers, I forgot their name, but after the post fight or whatever, talking that bull crap and saying we were going to use that as an excuse, that illegal punch. It's illegal and it does damage. He hit him in the back of the head, threw off his equilibrium. I have my biology major over here, and you'll probably hear it just in the background. So when you get hit in the back of the head, for people who don't know, what do that do to your physical structure at that time, as far as you being upright, able to compete in that fashion?
Well, it causes vertigo.
Vertigo, okay.
And then vertigo, it leads to dizziness and confusion.
It clearly showed that. Yeah.
And then he was bleeding from his ear,
Okay.
so he could have ruptured his eardrum,
Okay.
which would obviously, common sense would dictate, throw off your equilibrium. It can make you feel sick to the stomach,
Yeah.
give you a migraine, things like that.
So
And he still fought through it.
yeah, he still fought through it. So after that punch, like there shouldn't have been any fighting, right? Like once the blood came from the ear,
No.
they should have just stopped it
Yeah.
right there, right? But they continued it.
Yes. Hopefully he maintains hearing in his ear.
Yeah, I don't care about the fight. I'm more worried about his well-being. I really don't even comment on like athletes and stuff like that. But he's a fighter. He's one of us. He's us. So that matters. And he's still arguably the best fighter of all time. It doesn't matter. I know people say the Ali and the Tyson and stuff like that. But when you have, I think he got like 45 wins or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's crazy, something like that. And you have 40 plus knockouts and 40 plus wins. And now one illegal defeat, you can't count it. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can comment below and leave all that dumb crap that y'all trollers. I don't care what you say. He's still pound for pound one of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. So with that being said, like just, you're still a better fighter than him. That dude is a dirty fighter. It clearly showed. You were the better man. And ever since, I don't care that he, got the so-called victory. He won the battle, but he's not going to win the war. You've won the war. The stuff that you've been through and us people have been through is way more important than that little cheap belt. Like the circumstances you've been put in, that I've been put in, and your people have been put in. You have taken us to, a place that like they said we couldn't go. So I definitely, take, my hat off to you, and keep doing your thing. Don't let that bother you. The greatest men of all time have taken a loss. Like that's what shows that you're a true champion. And that's another thing I said about Floyd. He never lost before, so he don't know how it feels to lose and come back. Tyson, he's taken L's. Ali, of course, taking L's, came back and won. Lennox Lewis, Holyfield, Bernard Hopkins. I can go on all day. It's a lot of dope guys, but in that stature. And Anthony Joshua. Now it's your turn. You know what I mean? But the main focus is just your well-being. Your well-being. You gotta get that checked, and it's just bad, man. It's just horrible. But everybody's gonna act like they didn't see what they saw, and that's what I don't like. People are not gonna tell the truth. You beat him the first time. That's all that matters. We know you beat him. You knocked him down twice, and you outboxed him. I don't care what they say. He's a troll. He keeps sticking his tongue out and doing all this weird stuff, trying to throw you, get you out of position and stuff like that. And you fought that fight. You was gonna fight this one and beat him, and then he had to cheat. That's just what it is. But hey, he only got 1 point taken away for 15 headlocks. Nothing taken away for the back of the head. Bleeding out the ear, and you came in with 2 shells. I believe he come in 2 shells.
Yep.
Then he was missing a shell. So the shell is missing on the same side that he punched him, and I believe the same side that his ear was bleeding. The shell is missing, so he got hit in the back of the head, and it don't matter. But y'all are gonna count it. But that's what y'all do. Whenever a black man do something important and do something that y'all can't do, y'all do anything to cheat him and anything to denigrate him. But that's you know, that's just in y'all DNA, is to be cheaters. Y'all don't fight fair. And it is a race thing with me. I don't care because he made it a race thing. He think everything's a game. He's always just this little gritting guy's gonna come over here and tell you wherever he from, the gypsy, all this old goofy crap. Like, you know what it is, man. So everybody wanted to see the black man lose. We will never lose. He's still winning because he's gonna go down as probably the greatest fighter of all time. And the other dude's just gonna go down as a fat, cheating slob that still has to fight other fighters that's not gonna let you get away with it. So keep doing your do. Still the best, still a bomber, still everything is still A1. Just your health, just get that taken care of. Don't worry about this. It's a loss in their world. It's a dub in ours. So you know, hats off to you. Stay strong, and all the people that supporting him, keep supporting them. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, green, whatever. If you support us, we support you. You know, just tell the truth. At the end of the day, just tell the truth, man. This your boy, Madman Tate. Out of here.